Every space movie you've ever watched has been lying to you. In the real universe, explosions don't boom. Rockets don't roar. In fact, space is the most silent place that exists in our entire universe. But why? What makes space so eerily, impossibly quiet? To understand this, we first need to understand what sound actually is. Because sound isn't magic, it's just invisible waves traveling through matter. When you speak, your vocal cords vibrate. These vibrations push air molecules. Those molecules bump into the next ones, which bump into the next ones, creating a chain reaction. This chain reaction reaches your eardrum, vibrates it, and your brain interprets it as sound. But here's the catch. Sound needs something to travel through, a medium. It could be air, water, or even solid materials like metal or wood. On Earth, we're surrounded by atmosphere, trillions upon trillions of air molecules. But space? Space is almost completely empty. It's a vacuum. There are so few molecules out there, they're basically nowhere. No molecules means no chain reaction. No chain reaction means no sound. Imagine two astronauts floating in space, just meters apart. One astronaut screams at the top of their lungs. The other hears absolutely nothing. The sound bounces around inside the first astronaut's helmet, but it can't escape. The vacuum between them is an impenetrable wall of silence. Even a supernova, an explosion millions of times more powerful than any nuclear bomb, would detonate in complete and utter silence if you were watching from space. This is why astronauts on the ISS communicate through radios, not by yelling. Radio waves are electromagnetic, not sound waves. They don't need air to travel. So why do movies add sound? Because total silence would be boring. But it gets weirder. If you watched a rocket launch from space, you'd see the engines firing, the flames shooting out, but here, nothing. Meteors burning up in the atmosphere? Silent until they hit the air. The sun is constantly exploding with solar flares thousands of miles high. Each one releases more energy than billions of nuclear bombs, all in complete and utter silence. Now here's something cool. If two astronauts touch helmets, sound can travel between them, because now there's a physical connection. Inside spacecraft, there's air, so sound works normally. But step outside and the universe hits the mute button instantly. Even black holes, the most violent objects in the universe, consume everything around them in complete and total silence. This silence is actually why astronomy took so long to develop. We could only study space through sight. We couldn't hear what was happening. Today, we use radio telescopes to listen to space, but not for sound. We're detecting radio waves from distant galaxies, which tell us incredible stories. For astronauts, this silence is both beautiful and terrifying. Imagine working in the ultimate quiet room. No wind, no birds, no traffic. Just your own breathing, your heartbeat, and the voice in your radio. It's the most isolated, quiet experience a human can have. And yet many astronauts describe it as the most peaceful feeling imaginable. So remember, sound is everywhere on Earth because molecules are everywhere. We live in this thin bubble of atmosphere where sound can exist. But beyond that bubble, the universe is conducting its cosmic symphony in complete and total silence. Explosions, collisions, births of stars, all of it happening in the quietest place that could possibly exist. Space truly is the final frontier, and it's one you'll never hear coming.